Hey guys, Danny TC, TheCriminalViolin here, and I haven't done one of these in a while, to a point where I'm just not realizing that, and it's kind of interesting feeling. But anyway, this is going to be a channel update of sorts. What I essentially want to tell you guys is essentially that two main things. First off is the main subject, and it is essentially something that I feel like I've been needing to say for a long time, but I haven't until recently at the end of one of my Rocket League videos. But essentially what I've been trying to build since the start is a community that's super active and super interactive and all that, and you know, one that leaves comments quite often and watches videos quite often, and you know, not only interacts and supports, you know, me and the channel, but it supports, you know, each other and everything else. It's a super interactive community. Well, even ever since the start of the channel, you know, now I have 90 subscribers, and which is, you know, I'm thankful for every one of you, but it's painful because of the fact that I average 1 to 3 views on each of my videos, pretty much maximum on every one of my videos. Total, even with 90 subscribers. Ever since, I don't know, I want to say 50 or 60 subscribers is just like, which, you know, that was about the end of the summer off season, you know, for summer break season for everyone. But you know, so obviously things are gonna get slower, they're gonna drop off. But even then, I think I was averaging between 3 and 5 views on my videos. But my growth was, you know, incredibly quick and substantial, and it was awesome. But, you know, and I'm still growing pretty quickly, and I'm still garnering your support, which is awesome. But you guys are seemingly, like, dead or silent, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say, because it's, there's so many other channels that just start, or they're, you know, they're much smaller than me, or they're a little bit smaller, the same size, they're, you know, bigger, however bigger, you know, or they're even the, you know, it's really annoying because, you know, those channels, they all have super active subscribers, you know, and I know that it's like if a big channel, say, for the sake of example, I don't know, like Markiplier or something, these came across my channel, saw it, but then saw that I really don't have any interaction and very many views at all, but I still have, you know, almost 100, or, you know, however many I do, you know, I do end up having, if that ever happens. I pretty much am most confident that they're going to automatically dismiss my channel and me as somebody who bought my subscribers, because usually when people buy subscribers, and you can even ask other people that admittedly, you know, they've stopped doing it, but they admitted that, you know, they did it, and, like, for example, Royal Gamer will even tell you it's like, it didn't translate, you know, it didn't do anything. Yes, you have the numbers now, but it doesn't translate into views either, you know, let alone it doesn't translate into any kind of input. It doesn't translate into likes or dislikes, it doesn't translate into comments, it doesn't translate into any kind of interaction. It actually is as if you never grew. And so it's basically a clone to that, is to be able to have a community of the size that I do, which is, you know, you guys and everything, Bubble Spam, but because you guys don't interact, one, you know, that's exactly what I wanted, like I said in the beginning. I've always craved that, and I still crave the interaction with you guys, and I don't get it. So it's very demotivating for me. But to be able to know that if that ever happens, you know, a bigger YouTuber or something comes across it, likelihood is they're going to dismiss me and my channel as, oh, he just bought his subscribers, moving on, you know, because of averaging 1 to 3 views, and because of not having any interaction with you guys. It's very, very almost scary to me, but it's also very demotivating and aggravating, especially knowing it's not true. You know, I've never once bought subscribers. I've only had the money to buy the games I have, which I have a pretty substantial library now. I have roughly 60 to 75 games, maybe. That is that I've officially purchased. So, you know, that's all that I've had to be able to purchase them. So to be able to, you know, try to get back on track here. Yeah, so I just really want you guys to, you know, I'm just calling you out, you guys, on that, you know. Yes, I'm very, very thankful to have you guys. You know, I'm glad you enjoy the content, that's why you subscribe and everything. But I would really, really appreciate it if you guys started getting more active, and at the least in views and in input, you know. Whether the input is in, you know, commenting what you thought or what you would recommend to help improve or whatever, make it more entertaining or something, or, you know, whether it's just simply leaving a like or a dislike. And of course, be honest with that. You know, if you didn't like a video, maybe you normally do, but if you didn't like the video, then dislike it. Or if you just didn't care for it, then, you know, don't really do anything. But obviously, but there's suddenly, you know, just this option now. It's just a hand. Just like, whatever. Boo. Anyway, but no. Anyway, so that's essentially that covered. Is I just kind of a calling out and then a kind of a almost a plea, almost just like, just please start interacting. I crave it so much. Not just, you know, if you end up doing it on Twitter, that's fine. I certainly love doing that, but I would prefer it to be on my channel, just so it, you know, to me it makes more sense. Yeah, I spend more time in person for interaction on Twitter, but if people started moving that interaction more to my channel, I'd be much more willing to spend time on my channel, jiving off and talking with you guys and everything else. So that would be pretty cool. But anyway, and just a quick reminder, just because I thought of it, remember to look at my discussions section of my channel for, you know, anything, any updates or any, yeah, just basically any updates, because that's usually what I always put on there. And so if you want to keep up to date on my channel, that's where you need to look. If you want to potentially be updated right before that, or updated potentially more often, or see an update that you wouldn't otherwise see on my channel, because I don't always update on my channel like I should. My voice is like really getting really raspy right now. Sorry about that. I've been off and on. My throat's been kind of getting a little bit dryish, just in terms, like, if I just drink water immediately it's dry, so it gets really raspy. But sorry about that. So it's like, if it goes like this, it's like, I'm sorry, Eric Clapton. Sorry, no. What? Anyway, but yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah. So that's that. But anyway, yeah. So that's putting that to the side. Anyway, so I didn't actually finish what I was gonna say. Go to my Twitter, which is my handle's TCV Gaming. So it should be pretty easy to find. And if you don't find it, then it's on the bottom right-hand corner of my channel banner. But if it's if you don't find it there, you want to find any other information to stalk me or whatever, harass me, then kick me in the butt. No, okay. Then go down to my about section, of course, and go down to the base of it, because obviously that's where everybody's URLs end up being. So the ones you don't see are there too, and they're there more in full detail and bigger fonts, so you actually see what you're supposed to be seeing. But anyway, yeah. So, lastly but not least, my second thing I wanted to get to is, you know, inconsistency lately has been my thing. I don't exactly like doing that, especially when I'm trying, you know, my goal was always at least a video a day, especially on both my channels, and I was trying to juggle them both, and it's like, I could do it if I kept trying, but it's like, it's too, I don't know, it just makes me too tense, and it makes me too stressed, and it's like, I don't know if I can do that, especially the editing. I'm doing not just the recordings, I'm doing the editing by myself, you know. It's like, the fun thing is famous for any YouTuber that has any experience at all, to know that the game is the fun thing. You know, recording it and playing it is incredibly fun, but to have to edit the videos, yeah, although there's a lot of people that like editing, but most YouTubers prefer not to edit, because it tends to be tedious and it tends to take a lot of extra time that they could have, whether it's playing or recording other games, or planning some new series out, or doing something in life, you know. tending to something they need to tend to, or to actually, have some free time to themselves or whatever. And I can understand that completely. It's like I was trying to constantly go, and then you notice eventually, I think it was like around beginning mid-August, I decided, I need to just let it go. Take a day or two or three, whatever I really do need, for myself to relax, take a break, take a step back, and then get back in the swing of things again, And so I'm gonna start, like, that's kind of almost the inconsistent thing I've been doing lately. Also, I want to do it when I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun, and when I know I'm awake enough, and I'm conscious enough, basically, mentally, to be able to do it in a good quality, and to have a lot of fun with it, Because it's stupid if you go and do it when you're just not functioning, or you're just not feeling energized, you're not happy or whatever, whatever is going on, it's better to make sure you're happy and you're entertained and you're, at the top of your world, basically, and at least rested enough to go and record, not just record because I need to do it, and, I do enjoy it, it might de-stress me, but, and then everybody's gonna, it's gonna radiate that energy wave that you have, that negative vibe, out into whoever's watching it, and it does happen, you can deny it, but it's a fact. Everybody gets affected by it, and I don't want to put out, a rage video or anything. I want to put out things where only when I'm having fun and I'm at the top of my world, basically. So that's what I do, and it's a lot like, you've heard me mention this probably, his name a few times off and on, especially within the last 3 months, or, more like 2 months or so. Stockogloss. He's mainly known for his farming simulator stuff, but he's a really good YouTuber. You should check him out. He's from northern England, I believe. Anyway, yes, so it's a lot similar to my whole YouTube thing. Is a lot similar to his, which is essentially I'm just playing this, for our entertainment. That's why I say that. It sounds funny. It sounds more like it's, kind of sarcastic or something, or, sarcastically serious, And it sort of is, but not in a sense like you might think. It's actually deliberate. I did that in my description because of the fact I mean it. It's for your guys' enjoyment. That's the point, is to put a smile on your face, make a bright day, bright spot in your day, if you've maybe been having a worse, bad one or something, or maybe you've been having a good day and you just want it a little brighter or something. I don't know. Whatever entertains you, whatever you like, that's kind of what I'm trying to put out there, is to try and give people a bright spot and make them happy and smile and chuckle or whatever, maybe cringe because of my incompetence, which is kind of my theme, but yeah, anyway, basically, yes, Mom? Made an appearance. If I've seen my gummy a few times, why not? Anyway, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start uploading probably anywhere between a video to 3 videos a week. It might be more, it might be less. I'm going to actually do what I initially said before when I started to say, it's like, oh, I'm going to do, I'm going to upload when I want to. I'm going to record when I want to, and, all that stuff. Because that way it's less stressing, and I still get the videos and content out to you guys. But instead, what I basically talked myself into doing, stupidly without realizing it, while doing that kind of announcement update video, is I basically talked myself into requiring at least a video a day. Instead of 2 videos a day, it was 1 video a day. It works fine for quite a long time, but and it still could work perfectly fine, but again, I want to make sure that if I'm lacking a lot of sleep, or if I'm not having a good day or whatever, then, like it is, I don't really want to record. I'm just going to take a down day. Or if I need to take a down day, I'll take it. A sick day or whatever. I'll still update you guys as often as I can, and I'll still be active, but, I'm... I'm actually going to stick to what I initially was basically trying to give myself as kind of a requirement, is essentially, instead of requiring, a video a day or a certain amount of videos a week, I'm going to be just simply putting videos out as I want to, when I want to, with the videos that I want to. And an example of the videos I want to is, like, lately, a likelihood is you're going to see a lot of Rocket League. Like, you already have been seeing a lot, you're probably going to see a lot more. Yeah, sure, it's garnered some attention from new viewers and stuff and all that, which is awesome. But I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. Like, it's semi-addictive. Not completely addictive, obviously, but it's semi-addictive, and I love playing that game. I wish I could record my Sims stuff, but I can't. Actually, I haven't tried Sims yet, but I should. I have a feeling that Loyola's gonna not like it and put it as a black screen again, as it's done with pretty much every last new game I've gotten within the last 2-3 months. Every game that's new, it's just like, nope, not gonna happen. Sorry, you don't record that. God, it actually aggravates me. Like, I was trying to record as Arc series. Well, Loyola's not gonna allow that. I've tried OBS, as you saw with my Colot video, if you've seen it. I don't know if you have. Probably not. It seems like nobody actually saw that. I saw it. You know, I watched a part of it, I think. Just as... there was some specific reason why I was watching it. I don't know. I watched my, my Skyrim episode with the giant chicken because of the fact it's awesome, and I knew I was going to watch it because I had so much fun recording that. And it was so much fun to see the different mods that suddenly just smacked me upside the head once I entered Whiterun. Oh man, it's just like, I have to watch it again. I have to watch it. The voice acting of that guy too. That oh man, it's so awesome. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Like, it's so freaking awesome. Anyway, it's just that was a blast and a half. Yeah, so. Basically, anyways, I watched that for no reason, but I was just mentioning that because that's the one time, like, I've ever watched any of my videos just because it was fun, so why not? But, anyway, the Colot, there's some reason why I was watching it, but anyway, God, that, like I said in the thing, it's like, the only game that will actually make your ears bleed is ear-bleedingly good, because it's an awesome game, but, God, it's loud, like, and the funniest thing is that apparently Colot forgot my sound settings, because I had reset the settings on my sound and it didn't work. You know, it didn't apparently save it. It saved everything else that I changed except for the sound changes. It didn't save it. So it just started blasting. I'm like, oh, whoops. You know? But it was already going and I already had made some progress. I'm like, that's kind of useless to just stop and start again or something. Kind of wish we could go back. But anyway, but it's still an awesome video, you know, and there's still some hilarious things in it, you know. But I don't know. But it does actually put out legitimately exactly the full volume of the game, like without any edits, you know, to the volume of it. There's no, you know, what you hear is exactly how loud the game is. So if you haven't played it, it's that damn loud. You know, it's like, wow. You know, the makers of the game did everything right except for the sound. The sound, I have to criticize heavily because it's so loud. Like, I'm sure even in that region of Russia, it's not that loud. Even with all the situations in it, it's not that loud. Let's be honest. Nothing's usually probably going to be that loud. But anyway, so where was I? Alright, so the point of mentioning Colot is the fact that I decided, since Loyola was going to record it, I had OBS. I was going to try and record with just simply OBS by itself. And when watching it back on YouTube, for whatever reason it wasn't because of that, I watched it and then I realized halfway through, for some stupid reason, OBS decided instead of recording the whole of the screen, it was going to suddenly, like, I guess, zoom in a certain region or something, you know? Because suddenly there was a bunch of the screen on the right-hand side clipped off. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, it's like you didn't miss anything, fortunately. But OBS had a heart attack, apparently, and decided, no, I'm going to be a troll. I'm going to say, screw you, Danny, that's not going to happen. And so there's a part of the screen cut off. So I have to figure out why in the heck OBS just randomly decided to start recording that way, with a part of the screen cut off, when the first half of the video, it's perfectly fine. Everything is covered. Everything is recorded. It was in 720. It was set to record in 720. Why did it suddenly decide it wasn't 720 anymore as a bigger screen? I don't know what to say. You know, and that's one of the things I had a problem with starting to live stream with OBS. It didn't like that. And it's like, I can't record in 1080 with OBS or live stream in 1080 with OBS because it does the same thing. You have an exact 1080p window and computer and screen and everything, including OBS, but OBS, even on that setting of 1080p, recording 1080p on 1080p, it still cuts off a massive chunk of the screen. And it's like, hello? You know? And I did like tweak so many different things, it's like, it doesn't work. You cannot make it work. And so I hope I can make OBS work here. Otherwise, if I can't, you're kind of screwed to recording those games. So if I can get it working to not do that, then I might end up recording some Sims as well. Because I'm kind of hooked on that. And then GTA. I definitely want to do that. But GTA right now is bugging the heck out. I don't know why. Like, it just randomly, you know, I can play it all the time. Not a hitch in the world, not a problem, you know. The most problem that would happen on a rare occasion was the fact that suddenly the world would kind of partially despawn. So streets and roads would either suddenly be transparent and you could see a bunch of stuff under the ground that isn't actually there because, you know, world loading errors. Or what usually happened was the fact that the roads would suddenly become just this like gray scale, I don't know, almost like looked like a wetted wallboard, like just like torn up wetted wallboard. It was weird. It would happen, but it would happen on a rare occasion. It didn't really take too much from it. But instead, what ended up happening this time around is that every time I played GTA, the whole thing just suddenly is like, you know, it takes up like 20% more CPU than it should. For no reason, other than the fact that now the whole world is going to constantly have chunk loading errors. So it's like, you know, world spawn errors. So it's just like, everything can be perfectly spawned in, everything's perfect, and then suddenly it'll decide, you're just standing there, you're going to do nothing. And then suddenly the game decides, I'm not going to spawn the rest of the world around you, but goodbye. And then you can sit there for 30 minutes and it will not make any progress to try and respawn the world in. So then you don't know where in the hell you're going, what if you're going to walk into a wall, if you're going to suddenly walk through say a semi-trailer because it's there but it hasn't loaded in yet fully, so all you see is a base texture, etc., etc. And so I'm hoping that just kind of levels itself out and fixes itself. And if it does, in OBS I can fix that. Then GTA I'm going to record a bunch of. But it's going to be in story mode, but it's going to be with the native trainer, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm basically just going to be doing what I feel is the most fun in it, which is essentially randomly driving cars, ticking off people, and then blowing up police incessantly. With grenades and guns and explosive bullets and everything else, because it's awesome. Anyway! Destruction! But, yeah. There's so many things I wish I could destroy in GTA that you can't. You know, even with cheats, you just can't do it. Like, I wanted to destroy the trams. You know, I think they call it a metro there. It's basically our version of Max. It's a light rail. It's a streetcar, basically. A fancy streetcar, essentially, is what they consider it. But anyway, let's be honest, it's a modern version of a streetcar. But anyway, except theirs looks like, according to GTA at least, probably not accurate, but it looks like an actual streetcar, so I don't even know. But anyway, I want to blow that stuff up so goddamn bad. I want to hijack it, but it doesn't work like that. It won't let me do it, and it's like, no! I want to also blow up buildings. Like, I love to blow up buildings so goddamn much. Oh, that'd be awesome. Like, have real world damage. So, like, if, I don't know, you send a jet plane going into the top of one of those, like, pure glass lined circular skyscrapers in downtown, and it crashes in at like 200 miles per hour or something at full force at just the right angle, it would actually, it would like warp the beams, and it would shatter all the glass, and it would like explode, but parts of the plane would end up going inside and all that stuff. Oh, destroy the floors, you know, cause chain reactions, whatever. I'd love for that to happen, but instead, it's not that dynamic. Makes me sad. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So that's what I'd be doing. And then Sims, I'd just be derping around because that's kind of what I do in most games. And especially Sims, I do that. But, Yeah, right. But basically, my point is, I'm just rambling right now. But then again, am kind of giving you information that you probably don't want, probably don't care for, but you're probably gonna need if you want to stay up to date and everything's better. And I just noticed that. It's like it's showing me, oh yeah, I forgot I have that. Anyway, my whole family is always obsessing about that. It's like, cut it off. Oh, it's my spider. I don't know why. It's just like because they want to get rid of it, I have to rebel and say no, never. Yeah, but you got him to the halfling. Definitely didn't fly off subject suddenly for no specific reason other than apparently hair. I don't know. And not strange, I swear. I'm insane. There's a difference. There is. Very subtle, but there's a difference. I mean, that is subtle. I mean, it's a massive difference, but let's be honest here. So is the difference between insanity and crazy. I'm not crazy, I'm insane. There's an immense difference. Like, if you don't see that, you're insane. But not in the good way. I'm in the good way. Yeah. But, yeah, so essentially that's basically what I was going to try and say. And apparently, basically, just under 30 minutes. Because I'm me, I'm Danny, I can never shut up. So, in full explicit detail that you didn't really want, and here you go. And with that, I guess that's it. So, big-ass channel update suddenly. Two main things. Random little extra details, a lot of them though, for no specific reason other than basically I kind of instinctively do that. But anyways, yeah, so stay safe, stay fluffy, and expect this kind of trend of videos to not come very consistently to be a thing now. Because, yeah, to me it makes the most sense, and also it will give you guys the best possible content. Plus, at that point I don't have to put a time limit on myself and get it out by, say, 2 or 3, or if I have to, 4 at latest, but you know, I don't have to worry about that anymore, and I can spend a lot more time making better thumbnails in GIMP, hopefully, and you know, etc, etc. So, stay safe, stay fluffy. I hope to see you guys interacting in the comment section below, and maybe on Twitter, but especially in the comment section. Interact. And yes, so stay safe, stay fluffy, and I'll see you later, Fluffles fam. Oh, so fluffy.